Howdy y'all, welcome to my video. My name is Gerard Lamoureux, and today I'm going to be talking about robots in the workplace, and more specifically, whether or not they are taking over our jobs. This has been a controversial topic that has been centered around my major of computer science for a while now, since, programmers like myself are responsible for creating these robots that are claimed to be stealing jobs. I personally disagree with this argument, and I don't think it will happen soon, if ever. Yes, robots are being developed, and yes, they are in the workplace, but what they are doing is helping create something that we already know how to produce. Don't get me wrong, some jobs will be displaced, but it will reposition those people into new jobs that we don't even have today. Over the past year, Manpower Group asked 19,000 employers in 44 different countries about the impact of automation or robots on job growth in the workplace. What they found was that 87% of employers plan to increase or maintain headcount as a result of adding artificial intelligence to the workplace. The study shows that this was an increase from 3 years ago, where 83% planned to increase or maintain workers. The study also showed that employers from Bulgaria, Hungary, Czech Republic, Norway, Slovakia, and Romania predicted decreases. Another point that Manpower Group stated in their study was that it's difficult to teach human skills. With that said, it's where we can take advantage of the opportunity to start investing our time in the next big thing. We don't have to worry about what's in the past. This is why I feel like robots can help us. The more we dread on the past, the less jobs there will be, because we aren't moving on to create new jobs. The study also found that companies that were automating the most also produced more human jobs, stating companies that are innovating are growing, and that growth is producing more and new kinds of jobs. Those organizations that are already automating tasks and progressing in their digital transformations are also most confident of increasing headcounts. Ways that a company can maintain and increase headcounts is through training current and future employees to perform new tasks that will be created by the automation of the workplace. Recently, many economists gathered together at Stanford University and stated that humans are underrated. That is completely true. I don't believe anything can or will be perfect without the human touch. We shouldn't be fighting against these machines. We should be standing side by side to accomplish tasks. I feel like we need each other for the future going forward. Lindy Van Den Barcelar stated, "It is important that employees are able to find a balance and collaborate with new technology to achieve the best possible outcomes. Failure to invest in automation risks missing out on creating wealth and jobs." Even with these studies, there is still a lot of worry. With the workplace going through such radical changes, people may wonder if it will affect them. Some believe that robotics will sabotage all jobs for humans. A 2013 Oxford study reported that automation in the workplace will put 47% of existing jobs in the US at high risk, basically stating that almost half of human workers in the US will be replaced by robots. However, this is just not the case. Like I stated earlier, people will get repositioned. An economist by the name of Robert Atkinson goes on to state that the 47% found in Oxford study isn't about unemployment at all. If you're an employer, you don't have much incentive to replace workers or add tools because employees cost so little. If workers cost more companies would have the incentive to give them the tools to increase productivity. Like Atkinson, Gary G. Matheson says there's no reason to worry. He explains that if we look back in history, we'll see similar disruptions to the workplace occurring. For example, Matheson points to the agriculture industry, which in 1870 employed 70 to 80% of the population, but today only less than 1% of the population are employed in the field. If you look at the historical unemployment rate, you'll see that with technology advancing, unemployment has actually stayed the same or declined. And I would see that happening for the next decade, where the unemployment aspect taking our jobs will be less of a factor, but we'll be dealing with displacement. We don't know how the future will look yet, but history always repeats itself. So there's potential that robots could affect employment in a very positive way. Even if you don't appreciate robots, it must be understood that they're going to be a huge part of our lives from here on out. They might annoy you, but they can be the ones who are making you the big bucks one day. Once a robot starts mimicking our very movements, however, even I will be very frightened.